Hello, and welcome to another episode of Fishing Southern Maryland. I'm your host, David. I am currently taking the kayak down to the area of 7 ponds, a portion of the Myrtle Grove Wildlife Management area. Can't decide where I'm going to go. A couple cars in the parking lot when I got here. One of them had a kayak rack on the top, so I figured there might be somebody else here. I'll give them their space. Hopefully we'll have some fun today. Let's find out. I don't know if you can see him, but there's another angler right there. This is that first pond that you come to. I'm going to give him his space. I'm going to try a different spot. I'm going to put in at this one. I don't know if this is pond number 2 or what. Again, the last time I was here, and I'll put a link down in the description, I fished 2 different ponds. One right where that other gentleman was fishing, and then on the other side of that there was a little pothole pond. So maybe we'll call that number 2 and we'll call this number 3. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to find a map of this place at some point. But I'm going to give this one a try. Now it's time to get situated and get some baits on some hooks so we can see how we can do on this pond. Not quite as big as maybe I thought it would be. But there's an area back there I can explore. There's the main pond itself. Let's get some trout worms on here and see how we can do. There we go. Well, we got something small, but the fish are here. So we got a small bluegill as our first fish. We'll take a quick picture of him, get him back in the water. There we go. So we're on the board with a bluegill. The cast was right over there. That's about as close as you're going to get to a waterfall here in Southern Maryland. And the reason why is there's a little bit of an elevation change, and we had a lot of rain in the last couple of days. Well, really, yes, just yesterday. But that rain has now made it so that we've got a waterfall here in Charles County. Let's put a cast out by these lily pads, see what we can do. Well, we got a small crappie. So species number 2 is a small crappie. Not big enough to keep, but we'll take a picture of it too. I'd like to catch some fish to take home with me today. There's one. Another bluegill. So we're at 3 fish. Nothing big. Okay, so that's about an hour and a half in pond number 3, what I'm going to call it. And I caught 3 fish. 2 small bluegill, 1 crappie. I'm going to start walking back towards the car with the kayak. If that first pond isn't occupied by that gentleman who was fishing, I might throw it in there for a little while, see if I can catch something else. But this just might become a series on the 7 ponds and what I can do here. We'll take that with us. Yep, I'll take that one too. Okay. So I just met 2 really nice guys here at the 7 Ponds area. I believe they said their names were Eddie and Ed, so it's pretty easy to remember and everything like that. Good luck to them, because I think they're moving on to another pond. They told me they caught a nice crappie in here in this first pond that you come to just on the right side. So I'm going to give it a try. something definitely over there playing with it. Might have to change my baits. Okay, that's one. A little largemouth? Yeah, a little largemouth. What do you know? Third species. Yeah, third species, but it's still going slow. Here we go. Say goodbye to him. Here at the actual where I've launched, and another bluegill. Pretty fish, but not big enough to take. So we're gonna call it quits for today. Okay, so that's it for today. Fished 2 of the ponds here at 7 Ponds. Caught a total of 5 fish, 3 bluegill, and then 1 crappie and 1 small largemouth. And honestly speaking, none of them were big enough to keep. So why do so? I am taking that home with me. So I'll do my part in trying to clean up Maryland a little bit. But that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, you know what to do. Click that like button. If you haven't done so, subscribe. To Ed and Eddie, who I met today, I hope you had better luck than I did. And until next time, tight lines.